Am I the idiot for getting my sister expelled from school? I, 14, male, recently got my twin sister, 14, female, expelled from school after reporting her for the bullying she did. I don't think I did anything wrong and my grandpa, 72, male, is on my side, but parents, 40, male and 40, female, think I betrayed my sister. My sister has never been the nicest person. She got in trouble for bullying in elementary school and earlier in middle school, has gotten detention and in-school suspension before, but this is the worst punishment she's gotten so far. She can be mean to our siblings and cousins too, if she wants to. We are in 8th grade now. A few weeks ago, I was playing basketball outside during lunch, which we're allowed to do. Me and my friends were having a good time when we saw a boy crying on the grass, and we went to see what was wrong. This boy was telling us about how he was being bullied by a group of kids for being preppy. Posts skincare routines on TikTok, Starbucks iced coffee, generally seen as a more feminine male aesthetic. Kids were calling him gay and the F slur, when he's not gay. We told him we thought he was cool. He started discussing skincare and fashion with us. We didn't know much about it, so me and my friends were trying to talk about Nike and stuff about fashion we did know, mostly sports stuff, and he actually knew quite a bit about it. Said he started taking courses at a local college about fashion history. He's also in 8th grade like us. After we calmed him down, we asked him if he wanted to play ball with us and we were amazed at how good he was. He said he's not really into sports, but he was so naturally good. Had us playing our hardest and scored against a few of us when playing in teams. We encouraged him to potentially try out for the team in high school and he said he'd consider it. Over the few weeks, we've started to hang out with him more and more. We were at the park playing with him and he dropped his phone. One of my friends picked it up and unintentionally opened up the messages on Instagram, since he got a notification for it. He saw someone text him homophobic stuff. The boy noticed my sister was one of the kids sending him the messages. We told him it wasn't okay and that we'd go to assistant principal with him. My sister and her friends were called into the office and they all got in a bunch of trouble. It was her, 3 other girls and 2 other boys, one of which is her boyfriend. My sister was the ringleader and the cruelest, so she got the harshest punishment and was expelled. My mother and father said I shouldn't have gone to assistant principal, and instead talked to them. My grandfather has a different perspective, since he was involved in progressive activist groups in his teen years and college years. And while he's straight, he saw his gay friends get bullied and was horrified about what she was doing, even though it was to a straight boy. My sister is calling me an a-hole, a snitch, and says she hates me. My friends are reassuring me we did the right thing. OP also give more info in the comments. Even after my parents gave her a talk about homophobia, she said she was showing the boy the real world, and insisting she did nothing wrong. They did give her a talk on homophobia being bad and looked at her YouTube watch history, but my sister is defending her actions, saying she was showing the boy the real world. If he's gay, that's cool with us too. They think they could have handled it better without her getting expelled. They gave her a standard homophobia is bad talk and looked at her YouTube watch history to see if there was anything homophobic, but haven't done anything since. I think part of the reason we have compassion is the sense of community me and my friends have. If one of us is hurting, everyone is. We do everything together and getting constant love and validation feels good. My basketball coach also encourages the love among us and is such a cool dude and role model. I don't think they're bad people, I just think they value loyalty to the family way too much. They aren't homophobic like my sister. I wish they valued loyalty less. I love my sister, but she was bullying a boy who's so kind and sweet. I'll definitely try to talk more to them later. Well, OP, I think it's very clear to everyone that you are not the idiot. Your sister was doing something very bad to another child and you told the responsible adult for action to be taken and the bullying to be stopped. You had no way of knowing what that action would be, and in your sister's case, it was the most extreme. Also, the decision to talk to the assistant principal was not only yours, your friends understood that something should be done about it. It's horrible that your sister was bullying this boy, and who knows how many others. I don't know if she has a problem that she needs to work on in therapy or talk to your parents, find out why she has this need to make people suffer, or if she is simply a mean girl. Either way, it sucks. But I'm more surprised that your parents were more upset about the punishment than the crime. I understand being upset about your daughter being expelled, but if it were me, I would be more worried about the bullying she was doing. On why she is doing it, and also how bad it was for the punishment to be her expulsion. But don't let their bad reaction make yourself doubt your decision. OP, you did the right thing. And what do you guys think? Would you do the same as OP? Or would you do something else? Now let's read the comments before going to the update. Not the idiot. I think you did your sister a long-term favor. If she never has any consequences, how will she learn? If your parents always coddle those behaviors, she won't see a reason to change. Even now, it seems like she has no regard for the person she hurt. She's only mad that she is in trouble. You did the right thing. Not the idiot. Maybe someday your sister will stop her bullying. She deserves every day that she was expelled. Your parents should be dealing with her too. Sister didn't start bullying in a vacuum. I'm sure that all the people she has bullied are relieved to see her gone. I hope your parents are overseeing her electronics, if they haven't removed them. Not the idiot, your sister sucks and she should be punished. Betrayal? How about she learns how to be a decent human being? Sounds like she's only mad because she got caught and is in trouble. Does she show any remorse to the person she hurt? Your sister has been doing this a long time and she hasn't changed. Your parents obviously didn't solve anything from the past, so what good would it do to just tell them anyway? Stand proud for what you did. We need more people like you in the world. You and your friends are good kids. You saw someone hurting and offered them comfort. You validated him for who he is. You saw a situation that was too big for you to handle and turned to the adults in your life that you felt could/would help. Not the idiot. I'm very, very proud of you. And I hope your sister learns from your example. Not the idiot. Thank you for being a good person and standing up against your sister. If she doesn't learn now that there are consequences to your actions, then when will she? I'm wondering what your parents would have done if you'd have told them, because clearly it's a pattern and they are aware of it, but not attempting to rectify the behavior. Good for you, OP. You could have saved someone's life. And what advice would you give to OP? Leave your comments down below. Now let's go to the update. Update: am I the idiot for getting my sister expelled from school? I'd like to thank everyone for the love and support I got on my last post. I want to update everyone on what happened recently. I didn't expect my post to blow up. In the comments of the last post, I mentioned how my sister had her phone taken away. Well, a few days ago, my parents were cleaning her room and found a burner phone. There she had Discord. When my parents opened it up, they found a slew of extremely racist and homophobic content that my sister was both consuming and writing. The other male friend, the one that is not her boyfriend, was also involved. He has gotten in trouble at school for past homophobic behavior. He's one of the kids who tries to be edgy. His parents aren't bigoted, but also really didn't do anything to curtail his behavior in the past, besides just saying he shouldn't say that and he's being an ass. He's on the football team and his teammates/friends have never liked his edgy views, but when they heard about what he was sending, they talked with him and are trying to connect to him on why what he's doing is messed up. My sister and him have expressed no remorse so far. Once they saw those messages, my parents were horrified and grounded her for a few weeks from hiding this from them, and are looking for a therapist to try to de-radicalize her views. My new friend is doing better than ever. My sister's boyfriend has shown genuine remorse, despite his parents defending him. They see their kids as doing no wrong. If their child bullies someone, it's always the bullied kid's fault. But he has an older brother who's 15 and is an amazing guy. He talked to his younger brother about his behavior, and made him realize it was messed up. The other 3 girls involved have not spoken to him since, but one of them was seen bullying some random kid in a TikTok comment section, so I doubt much has changed with them. Our new friend is going to join us at an overnight basketball camp. We met his parents and they thanked us for helping their son. They found a guy for private basketball lessons after me and my friends were pushing him to try out next year. The trainer said he was really good naturally and he's developed an increasing liking of the sport. His dad is a vendor at a local antique store, and bought me and my friends some signed basketball memorabilia as a gift. His parents said they haven't seen him this happy in a long time. Their son never opened up about the bullying to them. They told us he's much less angry now, and went on about how we brought back the little boy who was always happy. Me and my friends are counting down the days to camp. As for the advice, I just encouraged my grandpa to stand up more, but they didn't care until the burner phone. For those complimenting my writing and grammar, you can credit my coach, who's also my English teacher. Well, OP, I'm glad your friend is doing good, and that your parents are seeing how serious your sister's situation actually is, and are looking for help for her now. It would be great if all the bullies had a wake-up call, understood that they were wrong and apologized to your friend. But it is what it is. Good luck to you and your friends, OP, you all seem like great kids. Oh, and don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications to know when a new video is out. Now let's go to the next story. Am I the a-hole for telling my mom that if my sister dies, she dies? I, female, 42, have a sister, female, 26, who was hospitalized a few weeks ago for an alcohol OD. Luckily, she made it out alive, but she continued her old ways despite all that happened and still continues to drink her life away. I reached out to her 3 days ago to make sure she was okay and asked if she needed anything, but she went off on me out of completely nowhere, told me to F off if it's about her alcoholism and mind my own business, and that she'd block me if I wouldn't stop talking about her issue. I never once brought up anything about her being an alcoholic, nor did I lecture her. I was just checking on her. That's it. But there were many other times we did attempt to get her help. My mom, female, 62, and I have tried to offer her moral support more than 1,000 times, whether it be getting her therapist, attending church with her, becoming involved in activities outside of our houses together, etc., but she turned us down every single time. I don't mean to sound cruel, but I have had it. I let my mom know that she's a grown woman and that grown woman should be solving her own problems, not us. I went as far as saying, if she dies, she dies. We ended up having a heated argument and my mom exclaimed, if you die, I won't be there at your deathbed or your funeral. That's what caused distant relations between my mother for the past couple days. Am I the a-hole? I understand that living with someone who has an addiction is hard. When you see someone wasting their life with an addiction, and you try to help them and they simply don't care, or worse, they sink deeper into the addiction, all this is awful, I get it. And I know that there are times when you just want to give up on the person, not because you don't care for them anymore, but because you are so tired of fighting for them and with them, since they no longer want to fight for themselves. But I also know that you care about your sister OP. It wasn't just because you said what you said that you stopped loving her. You're just mad at her for not fighting for herself and not caring about the harm she's doing to herself, and consequently, to those who love her, like yourself and your mom. So, just as you said something that you didn't mean, when you were angry, your mother also ended up doing the same. I understand your frustration, OP, but please also understand your mother's situation. It's her daughter. She will never give up hope of getting her daughter back. Hearing this from you, the other person that, I believe, she also thought would never give up hope on your sister, must have been very painful. I get how horrible you must feel, in both situations, listening to those things from people you love. But please, try to be more understanding with your mom. And in what she said to you, I believe it was just the anger talking. Soon the feeling will pass and you will make peace with each other. And I hope that you and your sister will be next. But no, you're not the a-hole. And good luck to you and your family. And that your sister finally accepts help and treatment. Now let's read the comments and see what they say. Not the a-hole, you are allowed to be fed up with an addict in your life who won't try to get better. But do try to be more gentle with your mom. This isn't her fault and that's her child. She's in pain, too. Also, rehab or AA meetings might be more helpful than church or activities. She has a deadly disease that can and will kill her eventually. She needs real, long-term help. Source: I am an alcoholic in recovery. Mom needs to find Al-Anon stat. She can't save her daughter. I am also a recovering alcoholic and agree wholeheartedly, long-term treatment is probably the only thing that will save her, after a medical detox, but if she won't stay in a program there's nothing anyone can do. It's terribly sad, but mom needs to understand her role and what she can do to help herself. No a-hole. You are doing your part here by being the non-judgmental family member who your sister can still talk to. Sounds like your sister already has plenty of relatives that tell her what to do. Everybody dies. Usually when someone says if they die, it's because someone has been trying to protect a person who doesn't want to be protected. As in this case. Your sentiment is well understood, but your mom is not an a-hole for trying, or for worrying, or for trying to get you to help. Yes, your words were a little abrupt and sound a bit heartless, but telling the truth is rarely an a-hole thing to do. Not the a-hole, addicts are addicts. You need to protect yourself first. You might consider therapy or a support group like Al-Anon, and you might just offer to go with your mom if you find it helpful for yourself. No a-holes in here. I mean, it might have come off a bit coldly, but even a therapist would talk through the matter that there are some things you cannot control. It is not healthy to make your own happiness overly dependent on the actions or well-being of others. You're finding a healthy headspace about a tough topic. While it might be a hard conversation, you might actually be helping your mom get there too. And that's it for today, everyone. I hope you enjoyed. Until next time.